All right. I assume we're live now because it's 1:15. And the clock is off of the screen. So I assume we're live now. So to all of the young adults of Lewis Chapel Missionary Baptist Church, thank you for meeting with me for a few minutes. Those of you who actually came into this space, and for those of you who are watching this live, and for those of you who will watch this later, because I know that's how young adults generally consume content now. We consume it on demand. We don't watch about anything live except for sports, church. That's about it. Those are the two main things that we still consume live at this point. Hey, college students. Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you back, college students. Now, I had this meeting, something very similar to it, when I first became pastor of Lewis Chapel back in 2016. If some of you remember, a few of you were there, we met down in the choir room, and it was standing room only in the room that day, and we were excited, and we got galvanized, and we got organized, and then really, to my estimation, I let the young adults down. There was as I became pastor of Lewis Chapel, there was so much on my plate that I was like, young adults got it, and they had people leading them like Sister Talisa and Sarita. So I was like, they got it, and I didn't give it the guidance and attention that it deserved because I allowed myself to get busy in all of the other things that I had to do. So first thing, I do want to acknowledge. I do want to acknowledge that because I believe, acknowledging those things are right in the process of going forward. So thank you to all of those young adults for everything that y'all did in order to keep it going as long as you did it in the ways that you did. And I can see now what I was unable to see then. And I hope that matters now that going forward, because what we need to do, the same thing we needed to do, the same thing I met with y'all then, is even more relevant now. It's even more relevant now because this ministry is evolving in a very significant way. And as we evolve in a very significant way, many of the ministries and things that are happening, they are led by people who are 70 plus. Because when I became pastor of Lewis Chapel, the average age for a member of this church was 70 plus. So most of the leadership in this church has been from that demographic. Well, some things have changed. One of those things that have changed is they've gotten weary, and they're ready to pass the baton. And this is what I realized has happened. Dr. Fuller retired, and he passed the baton of pastoral leadership to me, to the next generation. So there was a baton passing of pastoral leadership. Now our congregation is in the middle of a baton passing of congregational leadership. It is, and they're here. They're still engaged. They're still a part of Lewis Chapel. But we as young adults, we are going to have to rise to the occasion of leading this church, and we do it with the full blessing of those that have been leading it. So it is not a contentious passing or anything like that. They're ready. They see the future and direction of this ministry, and they know that it is not going to survive or function the way it's supposed to if the young adults don't buy in and lead. And I know up until this point, one, it hasn't been that much space made available for you to lead. And then two, if it was space available for you to lead, you didn't lead. But I know part of that is I need to be a part of that process that I was not a part of before. So that's why I'm letting you know what I was unable to do for a multitude of reasons then. I'm going to make sure that this church and the young adults of the church have the opportunities to lead in these significant ways that you need to lead, because you can help me figure out how to reach the world. You can help. you can help me figure out how to reach people like you. You can help me, you can help this ministry figure out how to reach people that like your friends and your family, because you can bring those ideas, those concepts, those ministry things that we will need, because we can't have a 2022 ministry on 1980 concepts. We can't. And if most of those concepts have to come from me, we are not going to function as well as we can, because I can't think of everything. I can't think of everything. And the good news is I don't have to. We have a congregation full of young adults. So this is me saying to the young adults emphatically, I need you. I need you. I can see the direction of growth and evolution for this church, and in order for it to be as much as it can possibly be, I need you. I need your engagement. I need your leadership. I need your help. So as we go forward there, and I was thinking, well, should I give us like a first project that we're going to do in January? And I didn't. You know why? Because once again, that's whatever it is coming from me, and that's what I'm trying to stop. I'm trying to stop that. Everything has to be from my mind and from my spirit, because I'm sure there are things that now that you know what I'm talking about, if you pray about it and consider it, that there are some things that we can do that can resonate in this ministry, and even more to the point, in our community. Don't you want your friends to care about church? You do. Don't you want something in the ministry that feeds you to resonate with them? That's what we're building, y'all. We're building ministry that resonates with everybody. That's the whole point of all of this. The whole point of all of this is not for us to just come together, do the same thing, and then leave. The whole point of all of this is that we're building ministry to change the world. That's what we're called to do, to build ministry to change the world. And young adults, we can do it. There is nothing we set our hearts and our minds to that we cannot do. So emphatically, I need you. I need you to be visible. I need you to be visible. Because what you see creates, because whatever somebody sees creates the narrative of what they believe something is. So, to put it this way, if you only see men doing something, your perception of that ministry is going to be what? It's either nobody there but men, or they only let men do anything, right? If you're watching something, if you're engaged with something, and all you ever see is women, then what is your perception of that ministry or whatever going to be? Well, they only either let women do everything, or they only have women. So if you see a ministry and the majority of what you see are people over 70, what is your perception of that ministry going to be? Do you see what I'm saying? The first thing I need you to be is visible, so that when somebody is looking for a ministry, they see people they resonate with. Do you know why I have people, all of the ministers come across and all of them stand? Because remember, when I became pastor, it was just two. It would be one that stands over there and one that stands over there. And then I made a change. And I said, all you ministers, if you're in church, I want all of you standing across. You know why? Because then it creates an image that you may not resonate with this minister over here. You may not be able to relate to this minister over here. But this one right here, you're like, I can relate to them. They remind me of my third grade teacher, or they remind me of my friend. Seeing is connecting. And if people never see young adults in this ministry, how will they know young adults are a part of this ministry, and that this is a ministry that is welcoming and engaging for young adults? So one of those first things I need you to do, I need you to be visible. That means you're going to have to be in ministry. That means when we're having announcements, I need you to call Sister Hanshaw, say, sign me up. I want to do some announcements too. You know why? Because that is creating a new image, and it is creating a evolving image of what Lewis Chapel is and who Lewis Chapel reaches. Am I making sense so far? So I need you to be visible. And that goes for you out there that's watching this in our connected campus. When you connect with us, but you don't share it, when you connect with us and you don't comment on it or anything like that, it's not being visible. They can help other people. If this is a ministry that is blessing you, which I assume it is because it's the ministry you connect with, then the way that becomes relevant to other people like you is you make sure it's visible to other people like you. Makes sense to me. Makes sense to me. Any questions or comments, anything like that? Because I got like another 5 minutes and I'm done. I told you I wasn't going to hold you long. Wonderful, excellent, wonderful. Got one. Y'all know we have members everywhere. We have people that engage with us everywhere. I was walking. Can I tell this story? I can't tell it. No, I can't tell it. We have members everywhere. So I need you visible. I need you leading. So, which means I need you to pray about what you can help lead in this ministry. Because as I have spoken to the members across the landscape of this church, they're practically begging for young adults to be a part of it. Not just a part of it, but to lead it. And I know we get apprehensive about leading stuff because we've never led, whatever ministry or whatever it is before. They're not going anywhere. They're going to be there to help and to give guidance and mentorship. But what I have discovered, talking to some of our older members who've been in leadership for a while, they started when they were about y'all age. In this church, other churches like it, and they got it right sometimes and they messed up sometimes because they were learning. They were learning. Some things they did, they was like, yes, we're going to do more of that. And some things they did, they're like, yeah, we probably don't ever need to do that again. So young adults, I don't need you to say, oh, all right, I got it and I'm ready because I got it all together and I have it all figured out. But this ministry is on the verge of something. Well, it's on the verge of multiple things because God is just doing so many great things all over the place. But it is not going to be what it can be if the young adults of this ministry don't engage it. If the young adults of this ministry don't engage it, it is going to, this explosion that we're seeing is going to ultimately fizzle out because it does not have the proper fuel that it needs, which is your leadership, your concepts, your ideas, and all those other kind of things. I want you going into these ministries and we'll talk. I'm not sending you in any of it saying, I think we could do this. I think we could grow that. I think we could engage in these ways. I think we could do this in the community. I think we can do these things. That's what we need. I cannot have a ministry that don't do anything but have good church and go home. We can't do that. We're called the greater. We are called the greater. And y'all out there and in here. Last thing I need to tell you, life groups. Life groups are going to be a integral part of how this ministry evolves. Because it is going to offer something. It is going to offer something that this ministry and really black churches in general don't offer. And a lot of churches in general don't offer. It is going to offer a degree of intersectionality that churches don't generally offer. Because churches are generally, we worship, we have Sunday school, we have Bible study, and everything needs to fall into those categories. What I want you to do, that's why I made the announcement. Did I make the announcement at the 11 o'clock that life group can have 2 leaders and not just one? I didn't. I made it at 8:30. Okay, I had to go back and do that. Yeah. So so life group leaders, you can have 2 life group leaders of one life group, but this, particularly for young adults, is going to be important. It is going to set a certain catalyst. It's going to be a catalyst for some things because young adults are going to be able to engage church in different ways. and engage in church in ways that are outside of worship, outside of Sunday school, outside of Bible study is going to be majorly important. And just as I was saying Thursday, we are not going to put you out there. We're going to make sure you have all of the resources and training and help and all of that you can. But but without the buy-in of the young adults of this church, this ministry is not going to reach the level of effectiveness that it can reach. It doesn't. All my preaching, teaching, it is also going to have to be congregational led and buy-in as well. So I'm not asking everybody to do a life group. I'm saying those of you who are like, I don't know, maybe I should, but I'm a little scared because I haven't led anything before. Do you know how much? Do you know how many decisions I have to make, and I'm making it the whole time scared that it's going to fail? The whole time I'm planning, I'm preparing. I'm like, man, this might not work. This may not go well. But I have to try because I believe the result is going to be worth the result is going to be worth the effort. I don't want to go back to what we had pre-pandemic. And I mean that I mean that across the board. I mean, I don't want my life, my household, everything that is happening. I am looking for ways that we can use it to evolve and get better. I'm talking about personally, and ministry wise. I'm looking for ways for God to expand everything. I'm not going back to anything that was because I'd rather believe God for what will be. And that is my meeting with the young adults. So pray on it. Ask God to show you where you can help this ministry, what you might be able to lead in, even if you don't want to lead, where you can at least start to engage a life group that you can lead and all those kind of things. Because when we get in 2022, y'all, we're gonna continue to take it to another level. But it has to. But whatever level that is going to be, it will be that way. Not because the pastor is doing it. It is because Lewis Chapel and this ministry and what we believe in and what we can be, it is because we are doing it as a collective effort. Now, yes, sir. Okay, so if you want to be a life group coach, you just contact the church and let them know you want to be a life group coach, and they'll get in contact with our new life group coordinator, Minister Stacy Cole, and we'll do it that way. But y'all, when you come, give me some young adult stuff, cause we trying to reach younger. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, right? Yeah. We gonna have that other stuff covered. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to have that other stuff covered. I need y'all to give me some young adult stuff. Like, I don't even mind if it's something like, no, I better not say that. Okay. No, I mean, I was just going to say how would I even phrase that? Something about dealing with crazy baby daddies or something like that. You get a good life group support for that. Yes. Yeah, you can, as far as the life group applications go, you can email it in if you've done it online. If you've done it online, and if online you go to at the top of the page it says groups. You just click on where it says groups. It says become a member under the video. You just click where it says become a member. You can fill out the application online and then send it, or you can get a paper copy, fill it out, and then just turn it in. But yeah, it is okay. I want to reach everybody, y'all. I want to reach everybody When I'm at a football game, I'm at the football game looking around like, how can we reach all these people out here? When I'm walking through Walmart, I'm walking through like, most of these people probably don't go to any church. What can we do to engage them? That's the ministry. That's the ministry I've been called to. All the stuff I got to do through the week to keep Lewis Chapel going and afloat is what I have to do as my pastoral responsibilities. But my ultimate calling is to lift Jesus up and to draw people, and which means we're all fishermen of men and women. And whatever you're fishing for, you have to have the right bait. And if we're using 1980s bait, that's fine, but we're gonna get 1980s fish. And all these other people we should reach are not going to be reached. And I won't be able to live. I won't be able to live with myself with that if we don't exhaust everything we possibly can do in order to be a ministry that resonates and reaches as many people as we can. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. For those of you who couldn't hear because she didn't have a microphone, she was just thanking me for the leadership in the process that we're in right now. I'm excited, y'all. I am excited because I believe wholeheartedly that God has started us on a process that has not only been a blessing to us already, but it's going to bless a lot of people. It's going to bless and help a lot of people. Okay, so I can't wait to hear those ideas, and I can't wait to hear the leadership, and I can't wait to hear all those other kind of things, because when we get in 2022, it's on. Oh, okay, we got a question. All right. No, I'm not looking for collective ideas. Yeah, okay. How do I want that information? Okay, that's a very, very good question. I'm going to give you my phone number, but I'm not giving it online. I'm starting to get phone calls from crazy people. So y'all wouldn't believe some of the messages I'm starting to get. All right, here's my phone number. Hey, listen, for those of you who are watching this, the only thing I need you to do is just call the church office. Call the church office, and I give you my information in. We can talk. We can get this together. So yeah. The Group Me app, I ain't getting nothing on that Group Me app. Hey, y'all not on the Group Me app. It's not, just see me when this is over, and I'll make sure I give you my number. I thought all of y'all had my number anyway. Y'all have my number over there, right? Y'all have my number right there, right? Y'all have my number right there, right? Y'all have my number. I'll make sure you get it. Y'all have my number over there. You know what I became pastor. I gave everybody my number. People thought I lost my mind. But I was like, it's no problem. But it really was no problem until the George Floyd thing, and then yeah, you wouldn't believe it. The crazy calls I get down. Okay, all right. I am going to. Well, actually, Not so much, but still some crazy text messages. But okay, I am going to end right there because I really, if I say it's going to be short, I try to keep it short. So we will meet again probably the first of the year. We'll meet again probably the first of the year. We'll reconvene all over again and see, and just because I'm going to make sure, listen, I am not going to leave you out there to dry. I give you my word. I will, to the best of my ability, will be with you in this process of growth and evolution. And on that note, y'all know the Panthers playing, so and they ain't playing well, so I'm not in a rush. We can stay in here longer if we need to. Oh wait, it's a bye week. Yeah, it's a bye week. Anyway, I'm going to let you go. For those of you who are out there, can't wait to hear from you. Can't wait to hear from you. For those of you who are here, can't wait to hear from you. And thank you. God bless you. Hasta la vista and hasta luego and all those. Oh, wait. We need to close in prayer. I'm sorry. We need to close in prayer. Is there a young adult that want to lead us in prayer? See, it's your first time to do something you might be a little scared of. Oh, we got first hand right here. Come on.
Bow your heads, close your eyes. Thank you, Lord, that we were able to have this meeting. Thank you, Lord, for the pastor and his leadership. We ask that you provide us ideas and give us the guidance to do things the way that you want us to. Just let me pray. Oh, and let us have safe travel mercies. Amen.
Amen. Perfect. Thank you. It's okay to have fear. Just don't let the fear win. We'll see you for men's celebration on Wednesday.